Hello, freaky friends. It's just your friendly neighborhood horror writer, Tia. And I am about a week behind on the NaNoWriMo thing because first, I'm always running behind. Second of all, I really am not doing Nano. It just happens to follow my schedule for writing my next book, The Wendigo Rising. So my first week officially working was last week. And I got outline done, 85%, which is the way I like it because I like to have just mainly landmarks and a lot of wiggle room to develop the story however it organically goes, because sometimes you read stories and you can tell that they forced it down a path that it really shouldn't have gone. So I kind of like to go a little willy-nilly with my stories. Second, oh my God, my allergies, I'm sorry. Second is I wrote 9,000 words last week on top of finishing the outline. And that doesn't seem like much. I'm a slow writer. I tend to overthink. I'm also dyslexic, so it does take me a little bit extra time to write. But it's no excuse not to write. I am a little over 9,000 words. Your average novel is between 60,000 words and 90,000 words, and a fantasy novel can be up to 120 and more. See Tolkien. I am moving at an okay pace. I hope that this week that I can speed it up a little bit and get some real writing done. I don't have much in word goals. I tend to think in chapters because that's the way my brain best works. I like to at least go each chapter, if not write out the whole chapter, at least put a sentence of, in this chapter, Lydia looks in the mirror and says hi, the main point of the chapter, the main conflict of the chapter. And then I move on to the next chapter and whatever I feel like I'm in the mood to write, because it is horror. You have your setup scenes and then you have your brutal scenes. And sometimes my brain's more geared to one or the other. But that is the way I write. My process is to move through the chapters and write what I can, but don't force it. And that is my very, 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 very ugly rough draft. And then I go through and then I start filling out the information. And that's how I can take information from like the end of my book and tie it into the beginning of my book. So you can see what that red ribbon means, because I happen to put a red ribbon at the end of a book and I can tie that theme throughout the book when I go through in levels, layers, whatever you want to call it, and work through my chapters. But as far as word count goes, I like to kind of pay attention to it. I definitely want to have certain goals to reach by the end of the week. So many chapters, so many ideas, and usually with that, I'll hit a reasonable word count. 9,000 is a little low, though, I will agree. So I'm going to make this short and sweet because I have lots of work to do, and so do you. Tell me how NaNoWriMo is treating you in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and bell and all that. And we're going to do this writing process thing together. I will say that I don't make videos on a schedule, but I'm going to try to make videos during NaNoWriMo on a weekly basis to so you can get an idea what people are able to get accomplished and when they're not trying to kill themselves. And because I admit it, I'm very slow at writing and I have lots of obligations. So I try to fit it in where I can, let alone, doing the vlog thing. So I'm going to try to do that about once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, once it's just writing, because, that gets kind of boring. Hey, I'm writing. Yes, I'm writing again. Yes, I'm writing again. That's what writers do. I forget. Oh, yeah. If you're interested in following me in other social media, Instagram, Facebook, that's pretty much it, because that's all I have time for. Instagram's kind of fun. It's kind of in my personal space. You get to see and meet my cat and my family and all the boring shit. And also, pictures of me pulling my hair out Well, trying to create and write. That's at Tia M. Grubb, and Facebook is Tia M. Grubb because I'm creative like that. And that kind of goes into more in depth about the writing process and what I'm feeling. It's not just, an image, it's me going into it. Go check those out. Tell me what you think. And good luck on your writing project, and I will see you next week. Hopefully you have good news for me, and you've finished half your book by then, if not the whole book, because, Thanksgiving. Who's going to stop for Thanksgiving to write? I'm probably going to take the computer with me. Till next time, may the night protect you as you protect the night.